Machine BP game or a pitch or coach pitch game. Try to do that for 45 minutes to an hour every day. And what that does, it creates a lot of situations, not only, having to field the ball with different numbers of outs and so forth, but, different different natures of play that you have to make when the ball's hit. And it also creates, base running scenarios that we try to, talk about. But, we certainly make our mistakes too. We had a blunder on the bases the other night that could have been costly. And, errors are always going to be part of the game. You hope to eliminate them and minimize them. But, the things that, those are the physical errors, that is, and things that you try to eliminate.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in West Virginia learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team, with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school softball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, The Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Modern Realty Results, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and the Skinner Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening from Anderson Field here across the street from Hedgesville High School, and welcome into the countdown to first pitch brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini. Spencer Dupuis is our producer. Cameraman is Dylan Bishop, and back at the studio is Avery Newport. It is Game 1 of the AAA Region 2 Championship as the Hedgesville Eagles play host to the Jefferson Cougars. And let me start things off with our EPAC softball roundup brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Over 120 years combined experience as accident, injury, and disability lawyers. Go to burkeandschultz.com or call them at 304-263-0900. We play hardball, and we'll get right into it to show how we got here to the regional. And we'll start with Region 2, Section 1 on Tuesday, May 3rd, Game 1. Hedgesville got a 15-1 win against Martinsburg, and in Game 2 it was Spring Mills getting a 3-2 victory against Musselman. Moving to Wednesday, May 4th, third game had Hedgesville beating Spring Mills 7-2, and Musselman getting a 17-0 win over Martinsburg, which eliminated the Lady Bulldogs. And then on Monday, May 9th, it was Musselman beating Spring Mills 5-0, followed by a 12-3 win for the Lady Applemen against Hedgesville. And then on Tuesday, May 10th, the ultimate deciding factor on who would be the section champion, it was Hedgesville getting a 7-5 win against Musselman, crowning them sectional champions and moving them here to Game 1 tonight. Now we'll let Nick do Section 2.
Yeah, over in Section 2, it started with these Jefferson Cougars that we'll see here in just a few minutes, defeating Hampshire 23-0 in 5 innings in Game 1. And Game 2, Jefferson shuts out Washington 10-0 in 5 innings as well. But Washington would bounce back on Tuesday, May 10th, and get the 15-0 win over Hampshire to eliminate the Trojans from the sectional playoffs, and then beat Jefferson 1-0 in a great game, 13-inning ball game. Washington wins that one 1-0. And then Game 5 of Section 2, Jefferson wins the section 2-0 over Washington to reach this regional tournament, Colin. So two teams that had to battle their way through, and that's pretty impressive to see these teams both go to the second round of the championship game, if you want to call that, or Game 2 of the championship game, and prevail. So, these teams are battle-tested, and they're ready for this regional playoff.
As we look at Region 2 again, Hedgesville, 18 wins, 13 losses, and 1 tie. Jefferson comes in with a 25-5 record. As the other regional games in AAA, Region 1 has John Marshall against University starting today as well. In Region 3, it is St. Albans, who's 22-5, taking on Greenbrier East, who's 13-10. Then in Region 4, it is Lincoln County taking on Ripley. Let's take our first 3-minute break here on the Cody's Auto Body pregame show, and after this 3-minute break, we will be back and hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Welcome back here to Anderson Field as we continue our countdown to first pitch, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body. Let's get into our coaches' interviews, brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife at great food at affordable prices, then dine in at Laddie's or carry out by calling them at 304-263-5233. And we'll start with the Jefferson Cougars head coach, Desiree Waters. All right, Coach Waters, game one for the regional tournament starts here against Hedgesville. How's your team been up to this point, and what do you hope they do tonight to get the win?
They've been really good. The main thing is just like in sectionals, keep our energy up. That's the biggest thing that's going to carry us the rest of the way. Good energy, good spirits, and putting good balls in play.
You mentioned there in the sectionals, had two big games there to end it against Washington. How tough was that section, and how has that helped your team up until this point?
Washington is the toughest, and it has certainly prepared us for the regional game and hopefully further.
The game tonight against Hedgesville, you've played them multiple times, got wins in both of those. What have you seen from them that you hope to exploit tonight?
They're still doing pretty good. Our pitching is great, but they do still put a handful of balls in play, so we're just staying ready for that defensively.
25-5 overall record. What have you really liked from your team ultimately this season?
Mostly is that they're a team. We don't count on just one player, although we have an amazing pitching staff. Our defense is right behind them along with their bats, so we're just a team is exactly what it comes down to.
Who do we get to see pitch, and what can we expect from her?
Becca's going to be starting, and I would just expect a lot of grit and competitiveness from her.
Since we haven't got to see your team yet this year on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, who are some people that we can really watch out for here in these 2 or 3 games?
Well, like you mentioned, we want to keep our eye on Becca on the mound. Lacey Lewis at shortstop. She's also our leadoff batter, and she just gets the job done for us. Shelby Harris at third. Just all the way around, honestly. 1 through 9, they're doing their jobs and they're doing it well.
All right, anything else, Coach?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. Now joined by the Hedgesville Eagles head coach, Matt Forte. Coach, game one of the regional tournament against Jefferson. What's your team need to do to get a win here in game one?
There are a lot of things we need to do against Jefferson. Jefferson's a great ball club. They've been playing really well lately. We have to take a really good approach in the box. Of course, not let them score 100 runs. They're really dangerous. They're pretty, as I said, they have a lot of firepower. So to keep them from scoring and for us to stay on the board with them is going to be the big key.
How's your team look this year? We haven't got to see them yet.
We're a nice little ball club. We scratch, we fight. We got a lot of heart. A lot of great girls on this team. We have a lot of fun. Glad to be back in the regional tournament again with these girls, and we'll see what happens. Came down section-wise between you guys and Musselman. Had some pretty good games between you and them. How tough was the section, and how has that prepared you guys to take on Jefferson? I just had a lot of faith in our girls. They fought all the way through to the end. Some close games they eked out, and really proud of them for doing what they did, and we're just looking forward to see where we can get. Who can we watch out for here for your team? We have Brenna Collis hits the ball very well. Shaylee Darlington hits the ball very well. We've hit quite a few home runs this year. Basically, we want to focus on not hitting the long ball. We want to focus on stringing hits together. So all of us have to string hits together, not just the big bats. So. Best 2 out of 3 is what it comes down to make it to the state tournament. What have you told your girls just to keep them calm and ready for this? At this point, we leave it all on the field. Don't leave anything out there. Play with all your heart. Play with everything you got as if it's your last one, because it could very well possibly be here in the next days. All right, anything else, Coach? Nope, that'll be it. Thank you. Good luck. Thanks. That was the head coaches for both Jefferson and Hedgesville, and we'll take another 2-minute break here, and when we come back, we'll get you today's starting lineups and prepare you for the first pitch between the Lady Eagles and the Lady Cougars. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When it comes to breast cancer, early detection is the key. During the month of May, WVU Medicine will offer 3D mammogram screening clinics to women 40 and older on select weekdays at our Spring Mills Women's Imaging Center and our Jefferson Women's Imaging Center for just $60. This discount fee helps patients who haven't met their deductible, whose insurance doesn't include one with an annual exam, and for those with no insurance. Schedule your 3D mammogram today. Call WVU Medicine at 1-844-802-2734, option 2.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard. Welcome in here back to Anderson Field. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Nick Verzolini, and let's get into today's starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com, and we'll start with the visiting Jefferson Cougars. Starting first for Jefferson, is the shortstop, number 2, Lacey Lewis. Batting second and playing in left field is number 5, Taylor Presley. Batting third, the third baseman, number 7, Shelby Harris. Batting fourth at second base is number 9, Kaylee Dalton. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 12, Emily Mason. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 18, Christina Franco. Batting seventh, the pitcher, number 16, Becca Munslow. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 25, Brooke Allen. And rounding out the Jefferson lineup in center field is number 24, Chloe Cohen. Let's now go over to the Hedgesville Eagles, who come in here with a record of 18-13-1. Leading off for Hedgesville is number 4 playing center field, Kaylee Laughlin. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Lakin Copenhaver. Batting third and playing left field is number 7, Brenna Collis. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 17, Faith Cooper. Batting fifth and playing at first base is number 14, Elizabeth Myers. Batting sixth at third base, number 15, Shaw Darlington. Batting seventh in right field, number 11, Olivia Cooper. Batting eighth, number 12 at second base, Morgan Gooderidge. Batting ninth, the designated player, number 8, Kelsey Van Dyne. Before we wrap things up here, today's weather brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. Partly cloudy skies, a beautiful 70 degrees here in Martinsburg. It looks like the rain's going to stay away, so we should have plenty of time for Game 1 of the Region 2 Championship between the Hedgesville Eagles and the Jefferson Cougars. It is Jefferson in the maroon pants with the old gold uniforms and have maroon numerals on the back as well on the front with maroon stripes on the side and the white socks. For Hedgesville in the all-home white uniforms with blue numerals, the word Eagles written across the front, and blue socks. We'll take a 2-minute break here to cover the national anthem, and then we'll be back for the first pitch between Hedgesville and Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Play ball! The pregame is over, and we're ready for today's opening pitch and the play-by-play. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, The Heffley Motor Company, The Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome back here to Anderson Field at Hedgesville High School. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini. Our producer is Spencer Dupuis. Cameraman's Dylan Bishop, and back at the studio is Avery Newport. The national anthem has concluded, and Hedgesville has taken the field as we get ready for Game 1 of the best 2 out of 3 series for the Region 2 championship between Hedgesville and Jefferson. Defensively, Hedgesville pitching is Jordan Williams. Catching is Faith Cooper. At first base, it's Elizabeth Myers. Second base is Morgan Guteridge. Shortstop's Lakin Copenhaver. Third base is Shaw Darlington. From left to right, it goes Brenna Collis, Kaylee Lachlan, and Cooper. Leading off for Jefferson is the shortstop, number 2, Lexi Lewis, as we get ready for our first pitch. And the first pitch is brought to you by the Mortgage Center on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. One call will save you thousands. Call 304-267-9040.
For the Cougars, number 2, shortstop, Lacey Lewis.
As Lacey Lewis steps into the batter's box. First pitch to Lewis. She takes for strike 1.
Well, from what I was able to gather about this Jefferson team, Colin, obviously a very impressive record, high-scoring offense. Not necessarily a power-hitting team, but a lot of good contact hitters. And Lewis here at the top, she's one of the best in this region.
Next pitch, off speed from Williams. And again, Lewis takes it past her for strike 2. 0-2 count. Pitch, fastball ripped over to the third base dugout. Keeps the count at 0-2 for Lewis. Lewis steps back into the box as Williams gets a new softball. Steps on the rubber inside the pitching circle. Pitch, high and inside for the first ball to Lewis. Makes the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, we look at Williams so far this season, 17 1/3. She's kind of been the number 2 in terms of innings.
This pitch, a grounder. Diving forward is the shortstop, Lakin Copenhaver, but no throw. It'll be a leadoff single for Lewis to start off Jefferson in the top of the first.
As I was saying about Williams, 17 1/3 so far this season, giving up 64 runs on the year. She has a 6.19 earned run average, and she's 9-4. This Hedgesville team gives up a lot of runs, nearly 7 runs a game, but they have a very high-powered offense that usually makes up for that. So we'll see how this game plays out.
First pitch from Williams, scoring the bunt is Presley. She fouls it back behind home plate for strike 1.
They also average 7 runs a game offensively, so I mean they're able to keep up with teams. It's just, can Williams give them a great outing out there on the mound, or in the circle, I should say, and that will be really important.
She steps back on the rubber. Runner on first is Lewis for Jefferson. The pitch, again a bunt. This time goes foul down the third base side, right past the glove of Darlington for strike 2. Darlington was ready for it as she charged forward there on that third base line, but the ball was just a little bit to her right and in the dirt before she was able to scoop it up. So no balls, 2 strikes to Presley. Williams trying to get out number 1. Pitch high for ball 1.
Yeah, we saw Presley trying to get a bunt down. Obviously now with 2 strikes she can't do that. But Jefferson trying to use its speed early, get runners in scoring position.
Pitch from Williams. Low and inside, evens the count up at 2-2 to Presley. Game 1 here between Jefferson and Hedgesville for the Region 2 championship. It's Williams' pitch. Rolls across home plate. The count's now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the first. We're scoreless. Runner on first is Lewis. As Williams sets in the pitcher circle. Payoff pitch to Presley is a grounder right underneath the glove of Darlington and past Copenhaver. It's back-to-back singles for Jefferson as the ball goes into left field. And Collis throws it back into the infield.
Well, both these hits for Jefferson early on here, Colin, 2 hard hit ground balls to the left side of the field.
Both with 2 strikes as well.
Yeah, and they were great efforts by the Hedgesville defense. You know, the first one they got in front of didn't allow it into the outfield. That one just gets through 2 gloves. So Jefferson with 2 really well-hit singles to begin this ball game, and now have runners in scoring position for your 3-hole hitter.
It brings up Harris, and Harris takes the first pitch for strike 1. from Williams as Williams' next pitch outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Good crowd on hand here at Anderson Field as more cars continue to come in here for this contest. Fastball goes through the legs of Faith Cooper, and that'll allow both runners to advance one base each. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Cougars with nobody out. Counts now 2-1 to Harris. Pitch hits Harris in the thigh, so that'll load the bases to bring up Dalton.
Yeah, this is not the start Hedgesville wanted. You got 2 ground balls, so you could have had 2 outs. I mean, they were well-hit balls. No errors really early, but they were possible to get outs there, and instead you have the bases loaded, no outs. Jefferson threatening here.
Infield in. First pitch upstairs for ball 1 to Dalton. Two singles and a hit by pitch is what we've had so far. Is the pitch from Williams again high to Dalton, makes the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody out, and the bases loaded for Jefferson in the top of the first. Pitch from Williams. Chopper right back to Williams. It goes off her glove. The throw to first in time. Myers throws it home. Cooper's tag. See, I did not see if she was called safe or out, and she was called out, so a double play, but 1 run, and Lewis did come home to score. It was Presley tagged out at home, so 2 outs. Jefferson leads now 1-0.
Yeah, Hedgesville made the best of what looked to be a bad play for them initially because you had the ball hit back to your pitcher, so ideally, Williams comes home, you get the force out there, and then you get the out at first. You still get 2 outs, though, and only give up 1 run. So the Eagles will take that defensively. And if you can get the final out here, it's a solid inning considering you had bases loaded with no outs.
First pitch to Mason in the dirt for ball 1 and inside. Runner on third now, 2 outs. It's Jefferson up 1-0 in the top of the first against Hedgesville. Pitch from Williams. Fastball that catches the inside part of the plate for strike 1 as the ball goes off the glove of Faith Cooper to the backstop, but the runner stays put at third.
Yeah, Cooper got to that one a little bit quicker than she got to the previous one. Obviously, you don't want to make the final out at home.
Williams pitch. Fastball again off the equipment of Cooper to the right side, but Harris stays put on third. It's a 2-1 count.
Yeah, in softball, I mean, it's a 60-foot diamond, but also you don't want to, or you can't take a lead until after the pitch is thrown, so you don't want to really risk it here, even though these balls maybe she could have scored from third.
Pitch just misses outside. The count's now 3 balls and 1 strike to Emily Mason.
That looked like a pretty good pitch there. I thought it might have caught that inside corner.
Williams, the pitch. Right down the middle. Counts now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mason. 2 outs, runner on third for Jefferson. They lead 1-0 here in the top of the first. Jordan Williams on the mound for Hedgesville trying to get the Eagles up the bat. The pitch popped up over to the second baseman. Gooderidge makes the catch for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the first where it's Jefferson 1, Hedgesville 0. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar & Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar & Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. Welcome back here to Anderson Field, bottom of the first. It's Jefferson 1, Hedgesville nothing here in Game 1 of the Region Championship for West Virginia High School softball. On the mound for Jefferson, it is Becca Munslow. Catching is Emily Mason. At first base, it's Brooke Allen. Second base is Callie Dalton. Shortstops, Lacey Lewis. Third base is Shelby Harris. From left field to right field, it goes Taylor Presley, Chloe Cohen, and Bethany Piercy. Leading off here for Hedgesville is Lachlan.
Yeah, Munslow and I believe Shelby Harris have been their two main pitchers this year for the Cougars. They've used Brooke Allen a few times as well, but mainly Munslow or Harris, and both of them have had really good seasons. Obviously, Jefferson 25-5, and they've really relied on those two, and they've been a big part of their early success.
First pitch, Munslow, is a fastball taken by Lachlan for strike one, right down the middle.
And Coach Forte talked about the Hedgesville offense and 18 home runs on the season heading into this game. 18 home runs in 31 games.
This one fouled off home plate to the first base side. Counts now no balls and 2 strikes against Lachlan.
So, I mean, that's pretty impressive, and they can hit the long ball.
Lachlan steps back into the batter's box. We do have a slight breeze here at Anderson Field. Swing and a miss. 3 straight pitches. The first strikeout for Munslow for out number 1 to bring up Lakin Copenhaver.
Number 2, Lakin Copenhaver.
Lachlan hitting 276 on the year, but now Copenhaver coming to the plate. She's hitting 319. 11 doubles on her 29 hits.
First pitch from Munslow. Misses outside for ball 1. Munslow kicks some dirt behind the rubber in the pitcher's circle. Steps on the rubber now. Pitch. Grounder down the third baseline and foul. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike for Copenhaver. Lakin Copenhaver takes a couple practice chops before stepping back into the batter's box on the right-handed side. Corners in on the infield as a swing and a miss from Copenhaver for strike 2. So I was saying the corner of the infield both in on the dirt. The outside part of the infield there in second and short a little bit farther back towards the outfield. Munslow trying to get her second strikeout as this one's fouled by Copenhaver over the press box behind home plate. Keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, maybe expecting with Copenhaver's speed. I mean, at this point, there's no real slap-bump possibilities, but she seems to be a slasher up there with the doubles and the triple, or 2 triples on the year.
This one fouled into the stands there on the third base side. The count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on base in the bottom of the first. It is Jefferson leading 1-0 against Hedgesville. Lakin Copenhaver steps back into the box. Pitch from Becca Munslow. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Bring up Collis now for the Lady Eagles.
It looked like a riser as it just went by her there at the last minute. Looked like it was going to be down the middle and then kind of rose up into the, probably would have been a ball, but she got Copenhaver to win, or she won that battle against Copenhaver, and early on though did see a lot of pitches, so that was maybe good for this Hedgesville offense moving forward.
Collis takes the first pitch from Munslow for strike 1.
Yeah, Collis, one of those players that's probably the best bat in this lineup. 457 average, 4 home runs.
Next pitch, inside corner for strike 2 against Collis.
31 RBIs, which leads the team. Sorry, second on the team. Or tied for the lead.
Munslow trying to get out of the inning. A ground ball from Collish. Charging forward is Lacey Lewis, the shortstop. Scoops it up, throws it across to Brooke Allen at first. 3 up, 3 down goes Hedgesville. We'll take a 1-minute break. It is Jefferson 1, Hedgesville nothing. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard. Welcome back here as we enter the second inning. It is Jefferson 1, Hedgesville nothing here in Game 1 of the best 2 out of 3 series for the AAA Region 2 Softball Championship. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis, our producer. Cameraman's Dylan Bishop, and back in the studio, it's Avery Newport. The 6, 7, 8 batters due up for Jefferson and Franco, Munslow, and Allen here to start off this second inning.
Yeah, Jefferson had the bases loaded, no outs. Only those scored 1 run in that top of the first inning. And could have gone scoreless if Hedgesville fielded the ball a little bit cleaner in the circle, because they could have gone home and got the double play that way. Still ended up with a double play.
Because Dalton bobbled that grounder that went right back to her. Williams against Dalton. I had that backwards there. It's Williams' first pitch to Franco. It's taken ball 1. Next pitch from Williams. This time does catch the inside part of home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Franco. Franco, the designated player in the lineup here for Jefferson, is the pitch. Check swing for Franco, and she did not go all the way around, so it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Williams sets on the rubber. Pitch this time upstairs and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Franco. Not seen a walk yet from Jordan Williams. She has 1 hit by pitch. That was to Harris as the timeout's called by Franco. Williams snips off the rubber to stretch out as well. Williams stares at her catcher, Faith Cooper. Pitch. Grounder right past the glove of Williams to Copenhaver. It's short. The throw pulls Elizabeth Myers off the bag, so Franco will be safe to start off the top of the second inning.
And you mentioned the walk category, and it seems to me like that has kind of been an issue for Williams and really this Hedgesville pitching staff at times this year. She's only given up 50 hits, but she's given up 69 walks, which has led to 69 runs, and 64 of those are earned. So,
first pitch to Munslow, swing and a miss, strike 1. So now Munslow's behind the count against Williams. Next pitch, rolls, and inside. Count's now 1-1.
But early on, I think Williams has done a good job pitching to contact, because both of those singles were ground balls that could have been fielded by the infielders.
Fastball misses inside and a little low to Munslow. Count's now 2-1.
And it's definitely hard. I mean, you're going up against this Jefferson team that has a really good offense. 1 through 9 in the lineup are hitting well for them.
Slow ground ball to the third baseman. Darlington throws it across the diamond. Myers gets out number 1. She quickly tries to throw it to second. Gooderidge bobbles it. It rolls to the outfield. That's going to allow Franco go from second to third. So 1 out and a runner 60 feet away, making it a 2-0 ball game to bring up Allen.
Yeah, that was a mistake by Myers over there at first. Looked like the runner was already back to second. I know what she was trying to do. She was trying to get her there, leaning toward third, but looked to me like her foot was already on the bag when she let that throw go. So you can't give up free bases.
It's 2 errors now here in this second inning for Hedgesville. It's the first pitch to Allen, high for ball 1.
But good awareness by Jefferson to be running the bases on anything passed into the outfield.
Brooke Allen takes the next pitch, low and inside. Counts now 2-0 against her from Williams. It's 1-0 Jefferson leading Hedgesville. Pitch for Hedgesville's Jordan Williams. Riser just misses. The count's now 3-0 to Brooke Allen for Jefferson. Runner on third for the Lady Cougars. 1 out in the top of the second. It's Williams rubs some dirt on her pitching hand before scraping it off. Pitch right down the middle. Makes the count now 3-1 strike against Allen. She took that one with the 3-0 count. Not have the green light. See if she does here this time. Pitch from Williams. Big swing and a miss from Allen. Counts now full at 3-2.
That was a good heater. I mean, good location inside part of the plate. Tough pitch to get a barrel on.
Payoff pitch from Williams. Off speed over the head of the shortstop, Lakin Copenhaver, into left center field. It's an RBI single for Allen to make it 2-0 Jefferson in the top of the second over Hedgesville.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Allen. Just kind of took that pitch and lined it right into left field. Run easily scores from third. Maybe if you don't have that error, though, that advances her to third.
Yeah. You had the one there by the shortstop, which is what allowed her at first, and then after that to get to third, it was the errant throw by Elizabeth Myers.
Yeah, so she's standing on second. She probably doesn't score on that hit, but
brings up Cohen. First pitch was a ball, next one's a strike, so it's a 1-1 count to Cohen, the 9th batter in the lineup for Jefferson.
But we talk about it all the time in baseball. You know, leadoff walks, leadoff errors, any mistakes that you make.
Cohen squares the bunt, and it goes foul. Makes the count now 1-2 strikes.
Any mistakes that you make as a defense, you know, just gives the offense that many extra opportunities, and the team that makes the least mistakes, just like in any sport, will win. So definitely got to limit those.
Runner on first, 1 out for Jefferson. Pitch from Williams. Grounder to the second baseman, Gooderidge. He tries to turn 2, only against the lead runner. So it's 2 outs. Cohen advances to first, but Allen is out on the forced play.
Yeah, that ball wasn't hit hard enough probably for her to get the double play, but a good job to quickly get the ball to second base, get the lead runner.
Now batting shortstop, number 2, Lacey Lewis.
Top of the lineup now, Lacey Lewis takes the first pitch, and it's a line drive into right center field. It's going to one-hop to the wall. She rounds over to second, coming from third and heading in to score is Cohen. It's 3-0 on a base-clearing double for Lacey Lewis.
Yeah, that's why Lewis has been one of the best players in this section, in this region all year. She just lines that one to the right field on the first pitch of the at-bat. She saw a lot of pitches in that first at-bat, and then able to do damage here on the first pitch of this at-bat.
And Presley hits this one into left field. Backtracking Scalise makes the catch over her shoulder to end the top of the second. Jefferson now leads, though, 3-0 over Hedgesville. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road. As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community. I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR as we head to the bottom of the second. The 4-5-6 batters due up for Hedgesville as they trail Jefferson 3-0 here at Anderson Field in Game 1 of this Region 2 championship. It's a best 2 out of 3 series. Faith Cooper, catcher, due up here for Hedgesville. Start off this bottom of the second.
Yeah, Colin, and we'll be here for as many games as this series goes. Tomorrow at Jefferson. And then if there's a Game 3, it's back here.
Yep. All times will be at 6 p.m. for first pitch. It is first pitch here at the bottom of the second. From Becca Munslow to Cooper, outside for ball 1. Cooper, the catcher here for Hedgesville, steps back into the right-handed box. Next pitch, right down the middle. Evens the count at 1-1 strike to Cooper for Munslow.
Yeah, Cooper, the other player tied for the RBI lead with Collis.
Pitch is a line drive right past the second baseman into right center field. It's a leadoff single for Faith Cooper to start off this bottom of the second inning.
Now batting first baseman, number 14.
Just a hard ground ball to the right side of the pitcher's circle.
Courtesy runner, number 1 for our catcher.
So we get a courtesy runner here for Hedgesville.
It'll be Payne.
Looks like it's Taryn Payne, the courtesy runner. Payne on first. Now for Faith Cooper. And stepping in is the 5th batter in Myers. First pitch from Munslow. Inside for ball 1 to Myers. Payne puts speed on the base path, for Hedgesville as the pitch from Munslow will be popped out of play over the first base dugout. Counts now 1-1 strike for Myers. Myers, the first baseman for Hedgesville, waits before getting into the right-handed batter's box for a new ball to get put into play. Mason gives it to her pitcher, Becca Munslow. Munslow has 2 strikeouts so far. This pitch catches outside. The count now 1-2 strikes for Myers. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And Myers is one of just 2 seniors on this team, Colin. So this is a young Hedgesville team. Williams, the pitcher in this game, the other senior. So, they'll have a good team again next year. I mean, they had a really good season this year, and then next year they'll be probably one of the favorites in this region.
Counts now 3-1 and a pitch outside. It's a walk. So now runners on first and second for Hedgesville with nobody out to bring up Darlington.
Now batting third baseman, number 15.
Darlington, she leads the team with home runs with 6, 29 RBIs, a 345 hitter. I mean, this middle of the order for Hedgesville is where you get to that power. Some of the really good hitters on this team.
If she can get her 7th home run and tie the game up,
that'd be a big moment.
We get a mound visit here for Jefferson. It's Emily Mason Makes her way out to the pitching circle to talk with her pitcher, Becca Munslow. She'll go back, and both coaches for Hedgesville will talk with Darlington before she steps up to the plate. It's Myers on first after the walk, and Payne, the courtesy runner for Cooper, on second after Cooper got a leadoff single. No outs, bottom of the second. The first pitch from Munslow, low and inside against Darlington for ball one.
And Munslow hasn't been as efficient as she was in that first inning. And facing a dangerous hitter like Darlington here.
Next pitch, called strike one by the home plate umpire as it hits inside. 1-1's the count for Darlington. Next pitch, a riser that goes just high of the shoulders of Darlington. Counts now 2-1. She looked like she was about to swing, but was able to keep her bat back on her shoulder. Pitch, again inside for strike two. Call's gone Munslow's way here in the first two innings. See if she tries to go to it again as the count's at 2-2 Pitch, grounder, foul off the first base side. Count remains at 2-2. Darlington steps back into the box, chokes up on her bat. Pitch from Munslow. Swing and a miss. Down goes Darlington for out number one. The third strikeout today for Becca Munslow. Bring up Olivia Cooper.
That's a really good pitch there by Munslow to get that out. Only the first out of the inning, but to get Darlington there swinging, a dangerous hitter, really helps your confidence.
So runners on first and second, one out now for Hedgesville. So Olivia Cooper takes the first pitch for strike one. Pitch from Munslow. Ripped over Paul Espinosa, the second base umpire, into left center field. Rounding third, heading home to score is Payne. Hedgesville gets its first run. It's now 3-1 Jefferson after an RBI single for Olivia Cooper.
Cooper hitting just .224 on the year, but she has 12 RBIs. And she comes through there with a big hit in a big situation. Get Hedgesville on the board, now just a 2-run ball game.
First pitch from Munslow to Gooderidge. Called strike one on the outside part of the plate. Runners on first and second, still one out. It's 3-1 Jefferson, and another strike called against Gooderidge. That one, it looked like, was right down the middle. Gooderidge backed off. Third pitch, flown foul over the first base dugout. Keeps the count at 0-2. Munslow trying to get fourth K here of the evening. The pitch popped up, and an infield fly called as Lacey Lewis makes the catch for out number two.
And Gooderidge got behind on some pretty good pitches to hit, especially that one down the middle on the second pitch of the at-bat. So then she had to protect because it looked like that pitch was going to be up. And obviously, up in the zone, forced her to pop it up in the infield. So not what Gooderidge wanted to do with that at-bat.
Brings up Kelsey Van Dyne. She takes the first pitch for strike one. Runners on first and second. 2 outs now in the bottom of the second inning. It's a 3-1 game as Van Dyne swings through this pitch from Munslow. Counts now 0-2. Munslow trying to get Jefferson out of this inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. She does so. Fourth strikeout for Munslow. Tires Hedgesville will head to the third inning. It's 3-1 Jefferson. 1 minute break. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Welcome back as we go to the top of the third between Jefferson and Hedgesville as the Cougars lead the Eagles 3-1 now. After Jefferson made it 3-0, scoring 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Hedgesville responded with one of its own there in the bottom of the second. And due up for the Cougars, it's Harris, Dalton, and Mason, the 3-4-5 batters in Jefferson's lineup. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini. Our producer on site, Spencer Dupuis. Cameraman's Dylan Bishop. And back at the studio is Avery Newport. Game 1 of this regional championship in the best 2 out of 3 series. As Jordan Williams gets some high fives and handshakes from her teammates there in the pitcher's circle. So we get ready to start the top of the third inning.
This is a big inning for both teams here because it seems like Jefferson's been able to threat a lot early in the ball game, but for the most part, Hedgesville has kind of contained those threats. If the Cougars can break through, they could really take control of this ball game.
First pitch was a ball. The next one outside for strike 1. So it's a 1-1 count to Harris. Harris in the first inning was hit by a pitch, reached third but was stranded there. The next pitch, change up that goes inside. The count's now 2-1 for Harris. Jordan Williams sets on the rubber. The pitch, a fastball, low and outside this time. The count's now 3-1 for Harris. Harris trying to reach base for a second time here this evening. Pitch from Williams, right down the middle. The count's now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes for Harris. Williams has not recorded a strikeout yet, trying to do so now here against Harris. Jordan Williams' payoff pitch to Harris is a grounder right through the glove of Lakin Copenhaver as she stretched out and missed it. It's a leadoff single into left field for Harris.
Yeah, it looked like Copenhaver was going to get to that ball, but it took a tough bounce, heads right into left field. And again, Jefferson gets the lead runner on.
I couldn't tell if it grazed off her glove there or not.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell either. I mean, she got her glove out there, and then looked like she went to pull it back, and the ball didn't come with her. So maybe she did think that she had a piece of it, but couldn't get the right squeeze.
Brings up Dalton. Dalton takes the first pitch for a ball. Next pitch, chopped off home plate and goes into the left-handed box, foul, as Faith Cooper wanted to make a play. But the home plate umpire called it foul before she could do so. And that makes the count now 1 ball and 1 strike for Dalton. Runner on first, the pitch from Williams. Ripped high into center field. Coming in is the right fielder, Olivia Cooper. She makes the catch and throws it over to Elizabeth Myers at first, but tagging up safely is Harris. So 1 out to bring up Emily Mason.
Now batting the catcher, number 12, Emily Mason.
But all 3 innings, Colin, Jefferson's gotten the lead runner on. And so far it's led to 3 runs. Now all 3 innings.
First pitch from Williams to Mason, called strike 1. We have 1 out, runner on first for Jefferson in the top of the third as the Cougars lead Hedgesville 3-1. Pitch from Williams inside as Cooper has to drop to a knee to keep it in front of her. Counts now 1 ball and 1 strike to Mason. Mason steps back into the right-handed box. The pitch from Williams. Hard chopper. One hops its way to Lakin Copenhaver. She throws over to Guteridge at second for the lead runner getting out. But safe at first with no throw over is Mason on the 6-4 fielder's choice.
That was a good job by Copenhaver. She's had a few balls take those rough hops and not go her way defensively. So for her to make that play there, I think that's good for her confidence, because it was, again, a well-hit ball to the left side where Jefferson's done some damage. They found some room in that 5-6 hole to get a few hits in the left field. But that time able to get the out at second, get the lead runner.
Looks like we have a courtesy runner here for Jefferson, and it's Kendall Guy now standing on first in the place of Emily Mason.
Got Mason the catcher, so they'll run for her.
Up to bat is Franco. She takes the first pitch outside for ball one from Jordan Williams. Christina Franco reached first base and later scored in her last at bat off an error by the shortstop. Pitch, a swing and a miss from Franco. The count's now 1-1 against her. 2 outs is Jordan Williams on the mound for Hedgesville, trying to get Hedgesville back into the dugout to hit. Pitch low for ball 2 against Franco. Guy standing on first as the courtesy runner for Mason. 2 outs for Jefferson as they lead 3-1. The pitch from Williams, off speed, fouled off the end of the bat of Franco behind home plate. The count's now evened up at 2 apiece. Sun shining here at Anderson Field. Not many people probably tuning in expected me to be saying that if they checked the forecast earlier today. An off-speed pitch, high and outside, the count now 3-2.
Yeah, when I checked the Weather Channel this morning, it sounded like the world was ending, or at least the Eastern Panhandle was ending. I mean, it said there was going to be hail, thunderstorms, and a tornado coming through here. So either the Weather Channel
you never know with these mountains, Nick.
Crazy weather that's not accurate at all, or that was what was predicted, and luckily we avoided all that.
We did have some hard rain about an hour and a half before first pitch, but it only lasted for about 2-3 minutes as the pitch hard right down the line. It's fair, all the way into foul territory to the wall, and that's going to be a double rounding third. And then going back is Kendall Guy. She might have had an opportunity to go home as the ball went past the cutoff man, but she already made her decision to turn around, so it'll be runners on second and third with 2 outs to bring up Munslow.
Yeah, that got through the third baseman Darlington down there, and if she makes that play because the runner went back to third, she's out probably if she's able to scoop that in from the left fielder, but it went by her, so no harm on making the long turn there for Jefferson, but I thought she was going to run home.
So it's Kendall Guy on third. On second now is Franco after the double. Munslow up to bat. The first pitch in front of Faith Cooper as she was able to keep that in front of her before going to the backstop, but it's low for ball 1 against Munslow. There's 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. It's a 3-1 lead for Jefferson. A grounder, beautiful grab by Darlington. She fires it across the diamond for the third out. 2 will be stranded. No runs across the plate for Jefferson. We'll head to the bottom of the third where it's 3-1 Cougars leading the Eagles. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Back for the bottom of the third inning. Hedgesville's top of the lineup up to bat. Lachlan, Copenhaver, and Collis as they trail Jefferson 3-1 here at Anderson Field in Game 1 of the regional championship. It's 4 teams here after the end of this week will make its way down the southern part of the state for the state tournament next week. Who will represent the Eastern Panhandle, either Jefferson or Hedgesville? Got to win 2 to advance. As the first pitch from Munslow to Lachlan, outside for ball 1.
And Munslow seemed to settle back in at the end of that second inning.
Swing and a miss from Lachlan. Makes the count now 1-1 strike.
As Hedgesville had a little bit of a rally going, got a run on the board, but she quickly shut it down.
Munslow's pitch, squaring to bunt is Lachlan, and that one hits her, and she pulled the bat back in time. That'll be a hit by pitch to put her on first to start off the bottom of the third.
So we'll see here. Will that momentum that Munslow gained at the end of the inning carry over for the remainder of the ball game, or maybe some of the confidence Hedgesville got with getting on base, getting some good hits together? Does that continue throughout the rest of the game, or at least for the rest of this inning?
Copenhaver up the bat. She squares to bunt, pulls the bat back as it's a fastball high and outside for ball 1. Hedgesville can come back and get the win today. It'd be the first win against Hedgesville this year, against Jefferson this year, as the Cougars won 9-3 and 16-1 in both regular season matchups. Pitch from Munslow, scoring the bunt is Copenhaver. She fouls it off over to the first base side. Counts now even at 1-1. Runner on first is Lachlan after she was hit by a pitch. Nobody out. Munslow in the pitcher's circle on the rubber. It's down at Copenhaver, and the pitch low for ball 2. Copenhaver squared to bunt again, but pulled the back bat just a few seconds before the ball crossed home plate.
Yeah, trying to get that down. Softball, you see a lot more attempts for bunts for base hits, too.
First baseman Brooke Allen charges in, ready for it as the pitch way upstairs. The count's now 3-1 for Copenhaver, so we'll see if she still squares to bunt here or if she'll just take this 3-1 pitch. It's a runner on first, nobody out.
I think she'll at least show bunt. Obviously, if it looks like it's going outside or low or whatever.
She does, and she fouls it off. Count's now 3-2.
Well, she made some good contact.
But I feel like when you're ahead in the count in that situation, do you really want to bunt or do you want to try to battle, get on base? Because it's still a sacrifice there as she gets on base anyway. The pitch high and away, walks Copenhaver. So now no outs. Runners on first and second for Hedgesville. Bring up Collis.
Well, I think, Colin, maybe, if this was baseball, yeah, maybe. But softball, you bunt more for base hits, or you do a lot of slap bunts and stuff than what you would see in a typical baseball game. So, there's no guarantee that if she lays down a bunt, they're going to at least get one out. They might not get any outs, which typically in baseball you're going to at least get the runner going to first.
First pitch, way outside, almost past Mason as she had to snag it, extending her arm for ball 1.
Now, based on what we saw in the first at-bat for Copenhaver, if nobody was on, she would have been swinging away.
Next pitch from Munslow, flown over the press box, off the bat of Collis. Counts now 1-1 strike.
But there are those players that will hit like 350 in softball and not even hit the ball out of the infield sometimes.
Collis up the bat. Pitch from Munslow, fastball. This time flown foul. Brooke Allen goes to the wall on the first base side. Ball lands out of play. The count's now 1-2 strikes for Collis. Nobody out. Runners on first and second for Hedgesville as they trail Jefferson 3-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Pitch from Munslow, fastball. Couldn't really tell as I'm obstructed by a part of the fence if that hit her. It looks like it just missed, so the count's now evened up at 2 apiece. I saw that it creeped its way there into the right-handed
I thought it was
batter's
going
box,
to.
but this ball flown high into left field. Catch made by Taylor Presley for out number 2. Excuse me, out number 1. Bring up Cooper.
Now batting your catcher, number 17, Faith Cooper.
So they've been able to get her now twice in Collis, who, as I said earlier, probably the best all-around hitter on this team.
Faith Cooper singled and later scored in her last at-bat. Takes the first pitch from Munslow for strike 1. Runners still on first and second. The corners in the infield in. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Faith Cooper now behind in the count here against Becca Munslow, who has 4 strikeouts already here this evening. Pitch from Munslow to Cooper. Fouled off on the third base side. Count stays at no balls and 2 strikes.
Well, Olivia Cooper had the RBI hit for Hedgesville earlier, so can Faith Cooper come through here for the Eagles? Be interesting. It'd be like the Coopers 2 and Jefferson 3.
Pitch from Munslow. And that one lined hard and foul. Count remains at 0-2 as Faith Cooper got a lot of that one, just pulled it way foul. If that was in play, be interesting to see what could have happened.
Yeah, I think it would have stayed in the field.
And fouling it off into the catcher's mitt is Cooper for out number 2 on the strikeout.
Probably would have been a line drive down that third base line, and there's a lot of room on both lines if a ball were to bounce and go foul.
200 down both lines here at Anderson Field. 2 outs now. Runners on first and second still for Hedgesville. Up to bat is Myers. Is the first pitch from Munslow. Myers takes it for strike 1. Myers back into the right-handed box. Quick pitch, it's Munslow, and it's ripped off the first base dugout. Counts now 1 or no balls and 2 strikes for Myers. There were no outs and runners on first and second, but so far Munslow has been able to pitch to contact as well as get a strikeout to make it now 2 outs. Be a big opportunity missed here for the Eagles if they can't get a runner home.
A similar situation to what happened last inning when Munslow really closed the door after allowing that first run.
Pitch. It's a blooper if it stays fair, and it just goes foul on the first base side by about a foot or 2 in the outfield.
Might have a tied ball game if that lands in fair territory. Would have been a tough throw out there in right.
Yeah, for Piercy. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes from Myers. Becca Munslow's pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Myers, the 5th strikeout now, or excuse me, the 6th strikeout here for Becca Munslow. Retires the side. Score remains 3-1. We'll head to the 4th after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304-LAWYERS, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Welcome back here. We're at Anderson Field, across the street from Hedgesville High School's campus. Top of the 4th inning we go. It's Jefferson 3, Hedgesville 1. in Game 1 of this regional softball championship. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini. Spencer Dupuis, our producer. Dylan Bishop's our cameraman for TV10. Back at the studio, it's Avery Newport. Allen, Cohen, and Lewis, the 8-9-1 batters, due up here to start the 4th inning for Jefferson.
Leading off for the Cougars, first baseman, number 25, Brooke Allen.
Brooke Allen steps into the right-handed box to start off this 4th inning. She singled in her only at bat there in the 2nd inning, but was later out off a 4-6 fielder's choice by Callen as this pitch slips into the hands of Williams way outside and off the fence behind home plate for ball 1.
Yeah, Allen had a really good at-bat when she got that single. Hitting here in the 9 spot, but pretty good hitter.
Takes this pitch from Williams right down the heart of the plate. Count's now evened up at 1-1. Brooke Allen takes a couple practice swings and steps back into the box on the right-handed side of home plate. The pitch from Williams, swing and a miss from Allen for strike 2. Jordan Williams, so far 40 pitches now on this one. And it's a grounder right back to Williams in the pitcher's circle. Takes a moment, throws it over to Elizabeth Myers at first for out number 1 to bring up Cohen.
That's the first time Hedgesville got the first out on the leadoff batter. So important for Williams. She wants to continue to pitch in this ball game and try to keep this deficit at only 2. If you're able to get that lead runner out and get ahead on this Jefferson offense, that can really help you out.
And that 2-run lead really due to 2 errors there in the 2nd inning.
Yeah.
The first pitch here to Cohen, inside for ball 1. The next pitch here almost hits Cohen. She had to shuffle backwards. The count's now 2 balls and no strikes, as you don't really want to get hit by a fastball, especially on the knee. So, 2 balls, no strikes for Cohen. This is Jordan Williams' pitch. Grounder right back again to Williams. She grabs it over her head, throws it to Myers. Again, a 1-3 put out for out number 2.
Yeah, Colin, they call it softball, but that doesn't mean that the ball doesn't hurt anymore or any less.
I thought you were going to say that doesn't mean that the ball's soft, because it's not.
Well, yeah, same thing.
Now batting shortstop, number 2, Lacey Lewis.
Can you imagine if it was, though? Imagine playing with like a foam ball.
They would have to move the fences back probably a lot more.
I was going to say in because it's foam. Like, I
yeah.
think that the ball would really move around
foam,
in the wind. Yeah.
I was thinking more of a bouncy ball.
A rubber ball.
Yeah.
Those are still kind of hard. But pitch to Lewis for ball 1. Next one, again, ball 2. You're trying to distract me over there, Nick. It's Williams on the rubber in the pitcher circle. The pitch off speed. Just misses. 3 straight balls now to Lewis, who is 2 for 2 today with a double to right field and a single to left field. 3-0 count. Williams misses inside, so it's a 4-pitch walk with 2 outs to put Lewis on first base and bring up Presley.
Now batting left fielder, number 5, Taylor Presley.
Kind of smart with how Lewis is done today, but with 2 outs, you don't want to put a runner on.
Yeah, and she has good speed, too. So if Jefferson were able to get some good hits together, or maybe even a stolen base potentially here.
First pitch swinging after a 4-pitch walk is Presley, and she fouls it off over to the stands on the first base side for strike 1. Interesting there to have a green light after a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, confidence in your lineup. I mean, Coach talked about it in the pregame show. And she believes that
Next
1
pitch,
through 9 are dangerous hitters.
Swing and a miss from Presley for strike 2. Presley, 1 for 2 today. She singled in the first inning to left field, and then flew out to left field in her next at-bat there in the 2nd. 0-2 count, the pitch. Line drive, 1 hops into the outfield and center. It's another single for Presley to put her on first, and Lewis goes to 2nd. So a 2-out rally possibly forming here in front of us as Harris steps up to the plate for Jefferson.
Number 7, Shelby Harris.
And Shelby Harris, a good hitter. It's a good opportunity for Jefferson to extend its lead after what looked like was going to be a clean inning for the Eagles.
First pitch gets by Cooper. That's going to allow both runners to advance one base each.
And now it's a great opportunity.
It's Presley on second, Lewis on third, and a 1-0 count here against Shelby Harris, who singled in her last at-bat and was hit by a pitch in her first at-bat. So she's reached base both times, looking to do so here, and it's a grounder down the third base line. Darlington fires it across, and Myers just makes the catch after it looked like she bobbled it, but was able to snag it off the dirt in time for out number 3. It remains 3-1 Jefferson. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in West Virginia learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. Bottom of the 4th inning now between Jefferson and Hedgesville. Jefferson leads Hedgesville 3-1. And due up for the Lady Eagles is Darlington, Olivia Cooper, and then Gooderidge. The 6, 7, 8 batters in Hedgesville's lineup here against Becca Munslow, who so far has only allowed 1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, she's been very impressive for this Jefferson team.
First pitch swinging, it's popped up by Darlington. Over to the third baseman, Shelby Harris makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Bring up Olivia Cooper.
And really, when you compare these two teams, now Williams has pitched well, so not really, this 3-1 deficit isn't really on her so far, but just in terms of the numbers heading in and stuff.
First pitch swinging, and it is a line drive. Diving for it is Presley in left field. She just misses it as it 1 hops to the wall. It's going to be a stand-up double for Olivia Cooper.
Well,
that's the same spot she hit it last time up to bat.
Yeah, a little bit harder that time. Hit it into left center, got all the way to the wall. Great effort out there in left. But what I was going to say is, the offensive numbers are pretty similar. The pitching, though, was the big difference that I noticed. And Hedgesville showing the offense here with a great double there in the left field.
So 1 out, runner on second. Up to bat now is Gooderidge, and she takes the first pitch for strike 1 from Munslow. Next pitch, fouled off over to the first base side. The count's now 0-2. Munslow gets a new ball. She steps on the rubber inside the pitcher's circle. And another foul ball to the right side of the press box. The count remains 0 balls and 2 strikes for Gooderidge. Gooderidge in her last at-bat popped up to short on an infield fly that was called with runners on first and second. She swings and misses at this one. Another strikeout. The 7th now for Becca Munslow for out number 2 to bring up Kelsey Van Dyne. Becca Munslow. First pitch to Kelsey Van Dyne just misses outside for ball 1. Runner on second, bottom of the 4th. It's Jefferson 3, Hedgesville 1. Van Dyne, next pitch from Munslow. Outside, just catches the part of the plate. The count's now even at 1-1.
And a little bit of delayed strike there from the home plate umpire, but she did get that outside corner.
Swing and a miss from Van Dyne. The count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Munslow's ability to change speeds has been what's impressed me early on and really thrown off the Hedgesville hitters.
This one just misses outside. The count's now 2-2 as Munslow, can tell, really wanted that one to be called strike 3. He looks over to her shortstop, Lewis. Runner on second, 2-2 count for Van Dyne. The pitch, swing and a miss. Down goes Van Dyne. Again, another strikeout, 8 in total here for Becca Munslow to end the 4th inning. It stays 3-1. Jefferson on top of Hedgesville here in Game 1 of this regional championship, best 2 out of 3. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome back here to Anderson Field at Hedgesville High School as it's 3-1 Jefferson leading Hedgesville. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini, our producer Spencer Dupuis, cameraman for TV 10's Dylan Bishop. Back at the studio, it's Avery Newport. Game 1 of the best-of-3 series. Right now in the top of the 5th, it's Jefferson up by 2 with Dalton, Mason, and Franco due up to bat. Dalton steps into the box. She is 0 for 2 today. Grounded into a double play in her first at-bat. Flew out to right field in her last at-bat there in the 3rd. It's Jordan Williams' first pitch to Dalton is a low fastball in the dirt for ball 1. Dalton steps back into the box here against Williams. Williams sets. Pitch. Hard chopper. Diving forward is Copenhaver at short. It goes underneath her glove into center field for a leadoff single by Dalton to kick things off in the 5th.
Get that leadoff single. Well hit ball up the middle. And they've really made Copenhaver work at shortstop. She's been diving all over the place trying to keep these
8 hits
in
now here for Jefferson. Pitch in the dirt for ball 1 to Emily Mason.
3 runs, but I mean, only 1 is earned, I believe.
Yes, you are correct. That 1 in the first, the 2 in the second were both unearned because of 2 errors.
That
as this pitch inside for ball 2.
That scored early in the game might not have, because if Williams would have fielded that ball a little bit cleaner, hit back to her, there's a good chance Hedgesville still gets the double play from going home to first instead of going to first to home.
Pitch low. The count's now 2 balls and 1 strike.
So the Eagles could be winning this game 1-0 despite being out hit at this point. But again, those errors, those little mistakes, always come back to hurt you.
Pitch from Williams. Grounder over to the second baseman. Gooderidge loses it off her glove. That's going to allow both runners to advance safely off an error by the second baseman.
And there's another one, and you could have probably only got 1 there if she fields that cleanly. But now there's no outs and 2 runners on.
That brings up the designated player in Christina Franco.
And of the 8 hits, there's only been like 1 or 2 that were like hit really hard and probably couldn't have been fielded.
Most of them have just been in the gap on the infield, and it looks like Kendall Guy will come back in to courtesy run here for Mason. So it's Guy on first, Dalton on second. First pitch from Jordan Williams, fouled off behind home plate from Franco. Strike one. Looked like it hit the knee of, I believe, Cooper, and almost hit the leg of our home plate umpire there, too. Doesn't seem to be any damage as both reset for the pitch here from Jordan Williams against Christina Franco, and Williams misses the release point on that one, so it goes up and away. Counts now 1-1.
Yeah, that pitch definitely slipped out of her hands, so good job by Cooper to read that when it left her hand and get up from the crouch to keep that in front of her.
This one just misses inside. Counts now 2 balls and 1 strike to Franco with nobody out. 2 runners on, 1 on first, 1 on second. Here for Jefferson in the top of the 5th with nobody out. Pitch from Williams. Line drive ripped right back to the second baseman. Making the catch is Gooderidge. Gets the double play, throwing it over to Myers at first. So now 2 outs and a runner on second. What a play there. She possibly could have had a triple play if she was quick enough. But she'll take the double play, and that'll bring up Becca Munslow.
Yeah, and that makes up for her error. So you make a great defensive play to get now 2 outs, which is where it should be if you would have thrown over earlier, or didn't have the error earlier. So good job by Gooderidge to make up for that one and make a great play defensively.
This ball rolls in the dirt. Counts now 2 balls and no strikes to Munslow. 2 outs. Runner on second for Jefferson. Pitch from Williams. Fastball grounded right past the legs into center field. Bobbling it is Lachlan. That's going to allow the runner to go from second all the way home. It's an RBI single for Becca Munslow to make it 4-1 Jefferson in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Munslow's making a great case early on for the WV Medicine Player of the Game. She's obviously been really good on the mound, and here comes through for an RBI single to extend her team's lead to 4-1.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher.
We'll have a courtesy runner here for Jefferson for the pitcher, as Alyssa LoGreco will now be the runner on first base. And up to bat is Brooke Allen for Jefferson. They now lead 4-1 here in this 5th inning against Hedgesville. First pitch from Williams to Allen, outside for ball 1. 1-0 count now to Allen with 2 outs here at Anderson Field in this regional championship. Pitch from Jordan Williams. Again, misses outside. The count's now 2-0 to Allen. Steps into the box on the right-handed side, and the first pitch to Williams, or from Williams, excuse me, high to Cohen for ball 1. Williams looks a little frustrated out there in the pitcher circle as she takes her time here against Cohen.
Yeah, she's got to try to get out of this inning. Pressure on for Jefferson.
Pitch, check, swing, called a strike anyway. The count's even at 1 apiece now against Cohen. Runners on first and second. LoGreco, the one on second. On first, it's Allen for Jefferson. The pitch upstairs. The count's now 2-1 for Cohen. 1 run has already crossed the plate for Jefferson here in the top of the 5th. They now lead 4-1 against Hedgesville. Pitch from Jordan Williams. Right at the shoulders of Cohen for strike 2.
Yeah, good off-speed pitch from Williams. See if she can battle through, get out of this inning.
She's still seeking her first strikeout here this evening. Waits for the call from her catcher, Faith Cooper. The delivery just misses. Couldn't tell where, but it's third ball. So 3-2 count here against Cohen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously up here in the press box, our view is a little bit obstructed by the fence.
Payoff pitch, fouled off the glove. So we'll restart as Faith Cooper just couldn't grab that one. So it'll remain 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for Jefferson.
I honestly thought Williams had strike 3 on that last pitch before the foul. So she's still got good location, good control of her pitches. It's been a good outing for her. Can she get out of this inning, though, without too much damage?
Payoff pitch from Williams, again fouled to the third base side. Cohen stays alive with a 3-2 count against her.
And Chloe Cohen with a great at-bat, really battling here for her team with a runner in scoring position. And, you know, Jefferson would love to get to Lacey Lewis.
Pitch flown into center field. Lachlan over her head. It's off the wall. Throwing it in. 1 run will score. It is a stand-up double for Cohen. It's now 5-1 Jefferson after a laser into center field.
Great piece of hitting. I mean, that was a long at-bat. It seemed like you mentioned, Colin, that Williams was maybe getting a little bit frustrated, so it looks like Coach is going to come out and speak to her. I believe that's Coach Forte is going to come out and speak to her and talk about, you know, that last at-bat. Obviously, it's been a kind of a tough inning for Williams, giving up now 2 runs in the inning. Pitch count getting up there, so.
Doesn't matter as much in softball compared to baseball, but still get tired out there. It's now
and it all has
a
to do
5-1 lead in the 5th inning here for Jefferson.
The throwing motion in softball being so much different. You know, you'd think still throwing a ton of pitches would do damage to your arm, but if you do some research on it, it's really due to the just different release, and it's actually really doesn't do anything for most softball pitchers. That you don't see significant arm injuries to them, which is kind of interesting because you would think just as a casual fan.
And we're getting an intentional walk here for Lewis.
Or Lewis, excuse me.
To bring up Presley, who has 2 hits today as well. So, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Now batting left fielder number 5, Taylor Presley.
Taylor Presley up to bat here against Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams sets on the rubber. First pitch. Fastball misses inside against Presley for ball 1.
Presley had one of those well hit last time up. She had a pretty good hit, didn't she?
Yeah, it was a single into center.
Yeah.
And she grounds this one to the shortstop. Copenhaver throws it to second and just sliding in, but forced play gets her. Gooderidge's foot was on the bag in time. Lewis is out, and that'll end this inning on the 6-4 grounder. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, where it's now 5-1 Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Welcome back here to Hedgesville High School. We're at Anderson Field as the lights turn on here. A beautiful sunny day in West Virginia. It's Jefferson now on top of Hedgesville, 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. We'll head to the top of the lineup here for the Lady Eagles. Kaylee Laughlin up to bat. Here against Becca Munslow, the pitcher for Jefferson. First pitch misses outside for ball 1 against Laughlin. Munslow with 8 strikeouts so far. Big candidate for your WVU Medicine Player of the Game as a grounder goes over to Lewis. She had it in her glove, but when she picked up her glove, the ball dropped out. So that's going to be an error by the shortstop to allow Laughlin to go to first to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, it's a weird play because it looked like the ball just kind of died on the dirt. And Lewis tried to pick it up with her glove on top of it.
Copenhaver squares to bunt, rolls foul for strike 1 in front of the catcher, Emily Mason.
I mean, she made the backhanded stop there, but then when the ball kind of got knocked down on the dirt, probably would have been easier to just pick it up with her bare hand and try to toss it over there.
0-1 count, runner on first, nobody out for Hedgesville. Pitch misses for ball 1. Mason throws the ball back to her pitcher in Becca Munslow. Munslow steps on the rubber inside the pitcher's circle. Pitch rolls home. Counts now 2-1 against Copenhaver.
But it does feel like Colin, top of the order here for Hedgesville. They have a lot of depth in their lineup, so they can score at any time. But with a 4-run lead,
pitch grounded foul. Evens count up at 2-2.
And the way Munslow's pitched so far, you're going to need some runs here, I think, in this inning to really have a great chance. You still have 2 more innings after it, but it just feels like she's been so dominant.
Pitch, swing and a miss. The 9th strikeout of the evening for Becca Munslow. Retire Copenhaver for out number 1. Brings up Brenna Collis for Hedgesville with 1 out and a runner on first. Collis 0 for 2 today. It's the first pitch from Becca Munslow. Hard chopper over to the second baseman. She'll just throw it over to Allen at first for out number 2 as Laughlin goes to second on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, going to her right, so almost impossible for her to turn 2 there. Just take the easy out at first and see what you can do against Cooper with 2 outs.
Faith Cooper singled in her first at-bat, struck out swinging in her last at-bat. First pitch from Munslow. She fouls off behind the press box for strike 1 against Faith Cooper. Laughlin on second for Hedgesville in the bottom of the 5th with 2 out. They trail by 4 against Jefferson here in Game 1 of the regional championship. Pitch fouled off the end of the bat of Cooper. Counts now 0-2 as Cooper just got a piece of it, but if she wasn't able to do so, Laughlin would be standing on third as she was running on that pitch. 0-2 count.
Trying to get at least 1 run across here for Hedgesville.
Pitch, hard grounder underneath the diving Shelby Harris, advancing around second, heading for Holmes. Laughlin, the throw, not in time, going to second now. The throw from the catcher. Mason gets it as Dalton tags out the runner, Faith Cooper, for the 3rd out. 1 run still across the plate there. It is now 5-2, but that'll end this 5th inning. Jefferson only up by 3 as we'll see if Faith Cooper's okay as she slid in hard to that base, but we'll take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in West Virginia learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
Back here now for the top of the sixth between Jefferson and Hedgesville, as it's now a 5-2 ball game. Jefferson on top of the Lady Eagles here at Anderson Field. So we wait here for Jordan Williams to make her way back to the pitching circle as everybody else warming up. Williams does make her way out and also met with her catcher behind home plate, Faith Cooper, who seems to be okay after that hard slide in the second base that she came off limping a little bit from to end that bottom of the fifth inning.
Yeah, it was a pretty close play. It looked like the throw definitely had beat Cooper, but I thought maybe she was able to slide under it down there at second. So good effort. Good thing was that her hit did come through to score a run, make it just a 3-run deficit now if you're an Eagle fan or a member of that team. Only down by 3. You didn't want to go into the final 2 innings down 4 with the way Munsell has pitched, but kind of a tough play. And when you're sliding in, bang play there, she kind of took an awkward land, but luckily she appears to be fine, so it's a big part of this lineup, a big part of their defense, and they need her to be out there.
Start this top of the sixth. It's the heart of the lineup due up for Jefferson. The 3-4-5 batters in Harris, Dalton, and Mason. Here against Jordan Williams of Hedgesville. First pitch from Williams outside against Harris for ball 1. We've seen that a couple times here as Williams' release point just seems off on a couple pitches, and it goes way out into the opposite batter's box. This pitch, she's able to settle down. It catches the outside part of the plate, evens the count up at 1-1.
Yeah, and that's Cooper's defense. She's been able to keep the ball in front for the most part.
Change up right down the middle. The count's now 1-2 against Shelby Harris. Harris hit by a pitch in her first at-bat. Singled in her second at-bat to left, and in her last at-bat there in the fourth as this pitch line drive over the third baseman. So it's a leadoff single to make Harris now 2 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, and Harris obviously, one of the top hitters, but Jefferson 1 through 9, we've seen it. I mean, they can hit the softball really well.
It's the 11th hit here this evening. Make it 12 as it's a scorcher rolling all the way to the wall from Dalton, and she'll have a stand-up double with nobody out here in the top of the sixth.
Well, back-to-back, just well-contacted hits, and I think this is going to do it for Williams.
She takes her mask off, and head coach here for Hedgesville, Matt Forte, will meet her outside the pitcher circle. It looks like, as Nick just said, we will be getting a pitching change before Emily Mason comes up to bat. We'll take a 1-minute break to see who the new pitcher is here for Hedgesville. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. Welcome back here to the top of the 6th as we have a new pitcher, and with the new pitcher, I'll send things over to Nick Verzolini.
Yeah, Kelsey Van Dyne, our new pitcher, junior, 8.15 earned run average for her on the season, 7-9 record. She started 19 games. This will be her 26th appearance.
Evens up at 1 apiece here against Mason. Van Dyne on the circle. Swing and a miss from Mason. The count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And you figure Van Dyne will probably be the starter tomorrow for Hedgesville.
Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Runner on third. The pitch off speed. Check swing, and it looks like Mason did not bring the bat all the way around, so pitch misses outside to even the count up at 2-2.
Their other options would be Hamlin or Fox, but both of them.
This off-speed pitch doesn't make it all the way to home plate before hitting the dirt. The count's now 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Have been pretty limited in their appearances. 8 for Fox, 1 for Hamlin.
Fastball, grounder, short. Coming is Darlington. She fires across to first. Myers makes the catch for the out, but on the sacrifice there, the runner in Dalton will come home to score. It's now 7-2 Jefferson. It's a job done by Emily Mason. Puts 1 out, nobody on base. A 5-run lead for the Lady Cougars against the Lady Eagles. First pitch here to Franco, inside for ball 1. Christina Franco, her last at bat, lined out. She pops up this one in the infield. Coming down the third baseline is Darlington, makes the catch for out number 2. Seen that twice now that Darlington has got that infield fly ball down the third baseline. She's had a pretty good game here tonight as the third baseman, making a couple great throws across the diamond, as well as some big outs. Pass to her via her as Munslow up to bat, fouls the ball into the glove of Faith Cooper for strike 1. So 2 outs, nobody on base. Kelsey Van Dyne, the new pitcher here for Hedgesville, inside the pitcher circle. And her pitch to Munslow, the opposite pitcher, low for ball 1. We're in game 1 here of the best 2 out of 3 series between Jefferson and Hedgesville. Winner goes to the state tournament. The pitch fouled off of Munslow. Counts now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here at Anderson Field across the street of Hedgesville High School. Pitch lined right off the foot of Van Dyne over to the first baseman Myers into the outfield grass. So that's going to be a single for Munslow, but we need to wait and see if Kelsey Van Dyne's okay, as that ball was ripped right off her foot. She seems like she's okay. She's nodding her head to her coach, Matt Forte. The trainer's going to come out as well to make sure that she's all right. But 2 outs and a runner on first now to bring up Brooke Allen after this little pause of action.
If it did hit her foot, that's probably the best place it could have hit her. Because originally I thought it hit her calf or
ankle.
Yeah, or upper leg. But the foot is obviously protected by the cleat. Anywhere else, you really don't have anything. In softball, they wear that mask, which is probably a good decision, especially when you're on the mound. But she shook her head that she would be okay right away. So
yeah, it
she's
doesn't seem to have any limp, so she's just telling everybody, I'm fine, let's get ready. I think she'll still be allowed to take a couple practice pitches here before Brooke Allen comes to the plate. And it is Jefferson 7, Hedgesville 2. We're in the top of the 6th inning. We're in West Virginia High School softball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini. Our producer, Spencer Dupuis. Dylan Bishop's our cameraman, and back at the studio, it's Avery Newport holding down the fort. That rhymed.
It does.
The Fort of Avery Newport. We'll have to name
Fort
the studio
Newport.
that for the post-game scoreboard show, yeah.
If Avery had to protect the studio, would he do it?
Yes.
Okay.
First pitch here from Van Dyne to Allen. Catches the inside corner of the plate for strike one. Now, Avery might tell you no, but I have faith in him.
Well, as long as you do, Colin, that's all that really matters.
This pitch misses inside, evens the count up to Allen at 1-1. Allen singled in her first at-bat to left, grounded to the pitcher in her second at-bat, and her last at-bat there in the 5th. Walked on 4 straight pitches. She grounds this one past the shortstop, Lakin Copenhaver, into center field, so she has another single here to keep this top of the 6th alive for Jefferson. Munslow on second, Allen on first to bring up Cohen.
Now batting center fielder, number 24.
This has been a big inning, obviously, for Jefferson.
They're now at 14 hits here.
It started with that last inning where they extended the lead out to 5, but now it's 5-1, and now a 7-2 lead for the Cougars, and still battling here at the plate.
First 2 pitches to Cohen inside from Van Dyne, so the count's now 2 balls and no strikes.
Van Dyne came in, she got the outs relatively quickly, but then that ball hits off of her foot. And
this pitch misses upstairs, 3-0 count to Cohen.
Even though she's fine, it does seem like she has maybe lost a little bit of her control.
Kelsey Van Dyne on the circle, or in the circle. Pitch misses low, 4-pitch walk. For Cohen will load the bases to bring up Lacey Lewis, who last time was intentionally walked to load the bases to avoid her hot bat. You can't do so now.
No.
Unless you want a runner to easily be allowed to score when it's already a 7-2 ball game. First pitch from Van Dyne to Lewis, called strike one.
Yeah, if she can find a gap, could be dangerous. Obviously, bases are
Lewis
loaded.
has reached base all 4 times in her at-bats. This one misses low. Counts now evened at 1-1. First at-bat was a single to left. Second at-bat was a double to right. And then a walk and an intentional walk. Pitch from Van Dyne. Swing and a miss. She tried to pull her bat back, but went all the way across. So the count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes as we do get a check down to the first base umpire who confirms the call.
Yeah, it's a bad swing and a miss for Lewis because now Van Dyne working ahead of her at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Pitch, grounder to the shortstop, catching it in her chest, Copenhaver. She throws over to first. Myers makes the grab to end the inning. It's still 7-2 Jefferson. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Are you at risk for a heart attack or stroke? WVU Medicine would like to remind you it's important to recognize the signs and symptoms so you can seek medical attention fast. The acronym FAST stands for F, face drooping, A, arm weakness, S, speech difficulty, and T, time to call 911. If you are having a stroke, get medical attention right away. Immediate treatment may decrease the risk of disability and prevent death. This important message is brought to you by WVU Medicine.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 6th here between Jefferson and Hedgesville. Myers, Darlington, and Olivia Cooper due up for the Eagles as they trail Jefferson 7-2 here in the bottom of the 6th in Game 1 of this regional championship best 2 out of 3 series. It's Becca Munslow still on the mound here, or excuse me, the pitching circle, not the pitcher's mound, for Jefferson.
Number 14, Elizabeth Myers.
So Elizabeth Myers steps into the right-handed box here to start the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from Munslow to Myers. Line drive right over the glove of Dalton, second baseman, into right field for for a leadoff single. I don't know why I said out number 1.
Hard to get an out on a base hit, but it is possible.
I mean,
it's not to lead
Dalton
off the inning.
did jump up to try to make the catch, but it was about a foot above her glove.
Yeah, she's not Giannis. She's not going to, sky up there and grab that.
And it looks like we'll have a courtesy runner here for Hedgesville. The pinch runner comes in for the first baseman here, and the pitch runner, the Topanga Latin for Hedgesville. Brings up Shea Darlington here against Munslow. Munslow's pitch to Darlington, fouled off over our heads here behind the press box for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first for Hedgesville. Pitch from Munslow. Catches the inside part of home plate. The count's now no balls and 2 strikes against Darlington. Munslow trying to get her 10th strikeout of the evening, and she does. Swing and a miss. Down goes Darlington on 3 straight pitches for out number 1.
Yeah, very impressive outing for Munslow. She's able to, get good movement with her pitches, get the good off-speed pitches.
Line drive into left center field, backtracking and making the catch is Taylor Presley. And that'll have to send Latin all the way back after she thought it was going to be a base hit.
Well, Presley's made a lot of good plays out there on left. She had a diving effort earlier, and that's, I think, her second catch that was kind of over the shoulder on the run. So, good out there.
The other one came there in the 3rd. 2 outs now, runner on first to bring up Gooderidge, and she grounds it right down the first baseline. It stays fair. Brooke Allen stands right in front of the first base bag, scoops it up, puts her foot on the bag to end the bottom of the 6th. We'll head to the last inning of regulation after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School softball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Welcome back here to Anderson Field at Hedgesville High School as we head to the top of this 7th inning. Jefferson up by 5 against Hedgesville, 7-2 in Game 1 of the AAA Region 2 Softball Championship. If Jefferson can hold on to its lead here, it means all they'd have to do is win 1 more, and they're at home tomorrow, which is what you want, to be the ones to represent the Eastern Panhandle in the state tournament next week. Due up here for Jefferson, Presley, Harris, Dalton, the 2, 3, 4 batters in Jefferson's lineup. Taylor Presley, 2 for 4 today. 2 singles, fly out to left, and a grounder to short.
And she's made some good plays defensively as well, and Jefferson certainly put itself in a great position if they're able to hold on to advance to states and swept the regular season series.
First pitch from Kelsey Van Dyne inside against Presley for ball one.
And I'm sure they faced Van Dyne earlier in the season, but getting Williams out, you get another look at her before tomorrow.
Next pitch, a riser that stays high, counts now 2-0.
So you'll probably see Van Dyne again tomorrow. Because like we said earlier, in softball you typically only have like 2 or 3 pitchers, and based on the numbers, Hedgesville really only uses 2.
Pitch upstairs again. The count's now 3-0 to Presley. Taylor Presley steps back into the right-handed box. The 3-0 count. The pitch from Van Dyne over the glove of Cooper to the backstop. It's a 4-pitch walk to lead things off here in the top of the 7th to bring up Shelby Harris for Jefferson.
Now batting third baseman, number 7, Shelby Harris.
Harris in her last at-bat hit a single into left and later came home to score there in the 2-run 6th inning. Now has nobody out and a runner on first. The pitch from Van Dyne right down the middle for strike 1. Harris has 2 singles, both the left field. She was hit by a pitch in the first and grounded to third there in the 4th inning. Takes this pitch for ball 1 to even the count up at 1 apiece. Van Dyne came into relief pitching-wise last inning for Jordan Williams as her pitch grounded foul on the third base side. Harris is now behind in the count at 1 balls and 2 strikes. Jefferson up 7-2 here in the 7th inning against Hedgesville. Kelsey Van Dyne makes her way from the bank of the pitcher circle into the rubber. Her pitch off speed, and it's popped up to the first base side. Foul territory. Elizabeth Myers makes the catch for out number 1.
It's obviously important for Hedgesville to keep this deficit of only 5 heading into the bottom half. We've talked about the Hedgesville power in their offense, so they could definitely still come back.
First pitch swinging, a hard grounder by Dalton to the second baseman, Gooderidge. He bobbles it, the throw to the shortstop, Lakin Copenhaver on second. And it looks like it pulled her off the bag, so that'll be a single for Dalton.
Seen a lot of close plays down there at second base. Tough slide in there. A little bit of a delayed throw.
Paul Espinosa says that she was safe.
Yeah.
And a hard shot into right field. Making the catch is Cooper. So another 1-pitch swing as Emily Mason goes down for out number 2. So 2 outs, runners on first and second to bring up Franco.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough for us to tell. We're looking through the double netted fence, just the fence.
Well, there's the fence, and then above it is the net, yeah. Protect us here in the press box. First pitch from Van Dyne to Franco, blowing inside for ball 1.
But there's just been a lot of close plays down there, so he's been on his game. He's been active throughout this matchup.
Pitch upstairs, 2-0 count against Franco. 2 outs, runners on first and second for Jefferson here in this top of the 7th inning. Kelsey Van Dyne in the pitcher circle, or pitch to Franco. Again inside, the count now 3 balls and no strikes. .30 count for Franco. On deck is Becca Munslow. Pitch from Van Dyne. It's a low ground ball. Darlington scoops it up. She hustles her way over to stomp on third base as she dives to try to beat the base runner. Does so for out number 3. So we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. It is 7-5 Jefferson on top of Hedgesville, who's down to its final 3 outs. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Pilot and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Ridgeline, CR-V, or Passport. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Welcome back here to Hedgesville High School as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning with the 9-1-2 batters due up for Hedgesville, who trail Jefferson by 5. So the Lady Eagles down to their final 3 outs of this Game 1 of the regional championship unless they can get 5 runners home or more. It's Kelsey Van Dyne, the now pitcher here for...
Williams can re-enter, it looks
like. It looks like that's what they're going to do. You're correct. So Williams up the bat. Take the first pitch from Munslow for ball 1.
Williams hitting .250 on the year.
Pitch from Munslow. Fastball inside, 2-0 count here to Williams. So Williams was the starting pitcher. Kelsey Van Dyne came in from the designated player spot to take her place. So they switched batting roles since it was Van Dyne hitting for Williams as this pitch in the dirt from Munslow. The count's now 3 balls and no strikes. Next pitch, right down the middle. The count's now 3-1 against Williams.
And Munslow trying to get the complete game and the victory for Jefferson.
Pitch, fastball. It's a shot over the head of the right fielder all the way to the wall. Bethany Piercy scoops it up below the wall, rounding from first, sliding into second. The throw off the glove of Lewis. It's going to be a double to start things off here for Hedgesville from Jordan Williams.
That's a pretty good throw, though, from Piercy. Nearly got Williams at second base, but exactly what you needed if you're Hedgesville. Yeah, you're down 5, but you come out, you hit a leadoff double to begin the inning. Maybe puts the juice in the bats for the Eagles.
Top of the lineup and a fouled off pitch by Laughlin for strike 1. Hits the netting here right in front of Spencer. So it's a 0-1 count here for Laughlin. The runner on second and nobody out. The pitch from Munslow, swing and a miss by Laughlin for strike 2 as the pitch was low and inside.
Munslow, when there's been runners in scoring position, has been pretty good for the most part.
Pitch, fastball, and it's a shot. Just foul down the first base side by about a foot. That could have been back-to-back doubles, maybe even a triple if Laughlin hit that one fair. 200 down that right field line, but it's an 0-2 count still as she has to go back, and so does Williams to second base.
Yeah, I mean, coach sent her home, but it was a foul ball. So he wasn't aware of it. Williams kind of looked at him like, why'd you send me home?
Fouled off to the backstop by Laughlin from Munslow. The count remains at no balls and 2 strikes as Laughlin battles here in this at-bat. She struck out swinging in her first at-bat, was hit by a pitch her second at-bat, and her most recent at-bat, Vanson later scored off an error by the shortstop. Pitch from Munslow to Laughlin. It's a line drive into right center field. Rounding third, heading home's Williams. The throw only to the cutoff, so that's going to be an RBI single by Laughlin. It's now 7-3. So only a 4-run lead for Jefferson with Lake and Copenhagen up to bat now for the Eagles.
Well, we talked about it. I mean, Hedgesville has good offense. I mean, they average 7 runs a game. They average giving up 7 runs a game. which is what they gave up here today, but 7-3 our score.
And you're exactly where you want to be in the lineup.
Yeah, top of the
order. You just
order.
reached the top. You're at the second now.
And really, after Copenhagen, I mean, you have a lot of players with home run power in this lineup. 18 home runs heading into today's ball game in the season. So you got Collis due up. She has 4 home runs. Darlington's down there with 6.
Collis is on deck as well.
Yeah. And Gooderidge has 3. So, there's a ton of power in this Hedgesville lineup. And while 4-run lead now.
First pitch fouled off by Copenhagen off the fence behind home plate for strike 1.
May seem safe if Hedgesville can do what Coach Forte talked about it with you, Colin, in the pregame, string some hits together and then allow your power hitters to come through for you. All of a sudden, we could be looking at a tied game. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of softball left to be played.
Next pitch, a fastball just misses outside. The count's now 1-1 against Copenhagen.
And the way Munslow's pitch, it does seem hard to believe that they'd blow a 5-run lead here, but Hedgesville's got some good contact to start off this inning.
Pitch. Chopped foul down the third base side. The count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes for Copenhagen. It's now 7-3. Jefferson up by 4 against Hedgesville here in the bottom of the 7th inning with nobody out and a runner on first for the Lady Eagles here in Game 1 of this regional championship. Best 2 out of 3 series. Pitch popped up in the infield on the foul line. First base side, the first baseman Brooke Allen makes the catch for out number 1. Bring up Collis. Hedgesville's now down to its final 2 outs here in this ball game.
So far, they've held Collis in check, but leading the team in batting average.
First pitch, low for ball 1 against Collis.
It's a really good hitter for this team, and we'll see if Munslow can continue to find ways to get her out.
Next pitch from Munslow, and it's hit into center field. Couple steps back is Cohen. She makes the catch over her head. Out number 2 now, so 1 more out needed for Jefferson to get this Game 1 win in the regional tournament, or championship.
Yeah, and if that ball has maybe some wind or something to carry
the wind
out
has
here,
finally
and the
stopped
wind
for
really
once
did
here.
die out.
The entire game, that American flag in dead center has been blowing to the outfield, and this one shot into left center. One hops off the glove of Taylor Presley. She bobbles it into the grass. That's going to allow the runner from first and Laughlin all the way over to third. It's another single, this time by Faith Cooper, her 3rd of the game. That'll keep Hedgesville alive to bring up Elizabeth Myers.
Now batting first baseman, number 14, Elizabeth Myers.
Courtesy runner coming on in Payne, the freshman.
That's a courtesy runner, number 1, Terrence Payne.
Myers singled in her last at bat to right, trying to keep things alive here for Hedgesville. We'll have runners on the corners, but 2 outs and down by 4 against Jefferson. Jefferson has third baseman there covering the bag, the shortstop, and Lewis now backing up to normal position, along with Kaylee Dalton on second in normal position. But first pitch here from Munslow. Strike 1 inside against Myers. Hedgesville needs 4 to tie. Pitch from Munslow to Myers. Up and outside. The count's now even at 1-1. Bottom of the 7th inning. 2 out for Hedgesville. Jefferson trying to put this one away. Munslow's pitch. Up and in. Count's now 2-1 against Myers. Myers has walked, struck out, and singled so far in her 3 at-bats. This one her 4th. Trying to get an RBI or 2. Pitch way outside, goes by the catcher, Emily Mason. The runner comes home. The throw off the glove of Munslow into the pitcher's circle, so it's now 7-4. Runs. And the deficit only down to 3. Runner on second now is, the courtesy runner for Hedgesville and Payne. And a 3-1 count for Myers.
Yeah, if Myers can draw a walk.
Brings up the tying run.
Yeah. Man, you wouldn't have expected that based on what we've seen from Munslow, but they were a wild pitch.
Pitch called strike 2, so now a full count here against Myers. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. It's 7-4. Munslow can get Jefferson the win here with a strike. Fouled off into the backstop. Myers stays alive. It goes over the head of Emily Mason, the catcher. So we'll reset here. Myers steps into the box. Here against Munslow. Munslow. Payoff pitch. Misses inside, ball 4. Myers will go down to first base to bring up Darlington, who's the potential tying run here for Hedgesville.
And it's the home run hitter. She has 6. That leads the team for the Eagles this season.
Got a courtesy runner coming as the timeout's called first to see what the umpires are discussing as the head coach here, Coach Desiree Waters, came out to talk with the officials. Don't know exactly as to what it was, but home plate umpire and the first base umpire meeting. Assistant coach for Hedgesville trying to get in on the conversation as well. Coach Waters patiently waits behind them. 7-4 here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. As it looks like conversation's over. Don't know exactly still what it is. I'll have to ask later on in the post game possibly as to what it could have been, but everybody goes back and we're ready here for Darlington to be up with runners on first and second for Hedgesville.
The only thing I could think is something with substitutions, because now the pinch runner is not coming on.
Could be. And that'll send Coach Matt Forte for Hedgesville out to talk.
Unless she's getting a different helmet.
Could have been, so she'll come back out. And I don't know exactly what it is.
They haven't let her take the base, so that's what I was thinking.
And they do so now, so runner in question will be Kaylin Cantley, and she will get to be the pinch runner now.
Hey, Shay, you got this.
Brings up Shay Darlington. Coach Matt Forte will talk to her a little bit here before this at bat against Becca Munslow. Started off the bottom of the 7th with a Jordan Williams double, followed by a Kaylee Laughlin single. They've both scored so far after Copenhaver flew out the first, Collis flew out the center, Faith Cooper singled, and Myers was just walked. First pitch misses outside against Darlington for ball 1 for Munslow. 7-4, Jefferson leads Hedgesville here in game 1 of the regional championship. Next pitch, up and outside. The count's now 2-0 to Darlington. As Nick has said, Darlington leads Hedgesville in home runs with 6 total, trying to get her 7th, and if she does so, it'd be a tie ball game. The pitch, grounder to the third baseman. Shelby Harris stomps on the bag. Jefferson wins 7-4. We'll head to the post-game show after this 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in West Virginia learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the Postgame Show. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Heffley Motor Company, the Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Here to Anderson Field at Hedgesville High School. Jefferson takes game one of the best 2 out of 3 series in this regional championship from Hedgesville. Final score, Jefferson 7, Hedgesville 4, as we welcome you into our post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu, daily specials, in a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out their menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page, and it is Becca Munslow, today's winning pitcher. The loss goes to Jordan Williams, who pitched well as well for Hedgesville, but was just unable to keep the hot bats of Jefferson away, as Jefferson finishes with 7 runs off 15 hits, only having 1 error and 14 left on base. As for Hedgesville, they got 4 runs off 8 hits, had 3 errors, and left 8 on base. As your game stats brought to you by Chris Ross and Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call them at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. And let's get into our game summary now as we start off. Unless we have, it looks like Nick is ready here for our interviews, possibly, if he can snag our WVU Medicine player of the game, as well as our victorious head coach here in Desiree Waters, as he waits to see if he can get Becca Munslow first out here, as she went into the dugout, so they'll have to grab her, and she comes out here, be met with Nick Verzolini behind home plate. So let's send it down to him as he's alongside Desiree Waters as well as Becca Munslow. Nick, take it away.
Thank you, Colin. We're down here with Coach Desiree Waters and Becca Munslow. Coach, we'll start with you. Win for your team, 7-4. They start rallying back, though, in that last inning. So overall, though, how do you feel about your team's performance?
Overall, we did well. I definitely think we could string a few more hits together, but they made a few good plays. The third baseman and their pitcher both made tough plays off of our hard ground balls. But so if we string a few more together, I think we can get a few more runs.
You're able to get the 7-4 victory now, just 1 win away from winning the region, and you return home tomorrow. So how does it feel to be in this position?
Oh, it feels great. I've been waiting for this for a long time, and I know the girls have been working hard for it. A few of them since their freshman year, a couple of them their first year here since we hit the weight room in December, but they want it bad, so we're ready.
And Becca on the mound today really dominated throughout most of the ball game. Last thing was they got a few runs up there and it seemed to rally a little bit, but overall she comes through when you needed her to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Becca has grit and competitiveness, and we couldn't ask more from our pitchers.
Coach, thank you. Good luck tomorrow, and we'll be there tomorrow too. Now we're joined by our WVU Medicine player of the game, Becca Munslow. Becca, what was the game plan going in for you on the mound today? double-digit strikeouts for you out there?
I think it was just getting spin on the ball and getting into where they would swing and not hit it, and just digging deep and getting that out, getting those strikeouts.
And then at the plate, you also got an RBI, so just able to have a really good, complete game for you today.
Yeah.
And what do you think were some of the keys to that success?
I think just working on everything and keeping little things in mind, like doing certain stuff while I'm pitching, hitting, keeping confidence in myself, and that's mainly what I did today.
You're one game away from winning the region, just one game away from states, so how does it feel to be in this position, and what were going to be some things you'll need to do tomorrow to get the win?
It feels really good. I think some things I'll just have to get more spin on the ball and just see what they hit, just change up some things and just get on it.
All right, Becca, thank you. Congratulations on being our player of the game, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Nick, as we just heard from our WVU Medicine Player of the Game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere, as Jefferson teammates congratulate Becca Munslow on a good post-game interview and a great game on the mound as well from her, as she goes 7 full innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned with 10 strikeouts, and only giving up 3 walks. But let's get into our game summary now, brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. Starting in the first, Jefferson took a 1-0 lead after it was 2 straight singles by Lewis and Presley, a hit by pitch by Harris, and then a double play for Dalton, a fly out by Mason. They made it 3-0 there in the second after Franco and Cohen came across the score, so it was 3-0 in the top of the second. Hedgesville responded with a run to make it 3-1 there in the bottom of the second. It was Faith Cooper coming home to score off a single by Olivia Cooper. It was Payne, the courtesy runner, coming home to score off an RBI single by Olivia Cooper to make it 3-1. It was 3-1 up until the 5th inning. Jefferson scored 2 there. Hedgesville responded with 1 to make it 5-2, and then it was 7-2 in the 6th, and ultimately 7-4 was your final score after Jefferson tried to come back Hedgesville tried to come back in the bottom of the 7th, but was unable to do so. So again, Jefferson wins 7-4 off 15 hits. Hedgesville had 8 hits. So that'll wrap things up here for Game 1. We'll be back tomorrow for Game 2 at Jefferson, a 5:40 pregame show with a 6 p.m. first pitch time. And if Jefferson wins, they will be the region champions. If Hedgesville wins, we'll see you Wednesday back here at Anderson Field. But until tomorrow, for Avery Newport, here you'll hear from shortly with the post-game scoreboard show. Dylan Bishop, Spencer Dupuis, Nick Verzolini. I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Jefferson 7, Hedgesville 4. Until tomorrow, have a good night, everyone.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596. If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the Talk Radio WRNR studios, or as Colin McLaughlin likes to call it, Fort Newport, here for your Modern Realty Results post-game scoreboard show, brought to you by Modern Realty Results. Larry DeMarco and his experienced team handle each and every transaction with honesty and integrity. Go to modernrealtyresults.com for more. My name is Avery Newport, and as you just saw there, the Jefferson Cougars getting the win 7-4 over the Hedgesville Eagles in Game 1 of the regional championship game for softball, which means they will play Game 2 tomorrow at Jefferson in the best-of-3 series. So if the Cougars are able to win tomorrow at home, they will win regionals and advance to the state tournament. And if Hedgesville is able to win tomorrow, then they will play a decisive Game 3 back at Hedgesville on Wednesday. So once again, Jefferson gets the road win today, 7-4 over Hedgesville to win Game 1 of the best-of-3 regional championship. And if Jefferson wins tomorrow, they will advance to states. If Hedgesville wins, they will play winner-take-all Game 3 on Wednesday. So that's a recap of your regional action in softball here tonight in the Eastern Panhandle. Now let's take a look at some scores from around the professional world. And there's not a whole lot going on in pro sports this evening. In the NBA, no games on tonight because the second round of the playoffs concluded yesterday with 2 Game 7s. Meaning that there is no game on tonight. On tomorrow night, the opening game of the Eastern Conference Finals will take place in Miami between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat from FTX Arena. Tip-off is scheduled for 8:30 on ESPN. Once again, that is tomorrow night. And similar story in the NHL, as no games on this evening, as the first round of the playoffs in the NHL ended yesterday. So the second round will begin tomorrow night. The first game to open up the second round will be between the Lightning, the two-time defending Cup champions, and the Florida Panthers. That game will have a first puck drop at 7 p.m. on TNT. Then at 9:30 p.m. on TNT, the second game will commence between the St. Louis Blues and the Colorado Avalanche. So once again, no games on tonight in either the NBA or the NHL, as their next round of the postseason will each begin tomorrow night. And over in Major League Baseball, lots of games on the docket today, none of which have gone final yet, but we'll go through some of the games that are underway as we speak. In the bottom of the 6th inning, the Tigers and the Rays are in a close one. Detroit leads on the road 2-1 over Tampa Bay. At the end of 4, the Miami Marlins have a 4-1 lead over the Washington Nationals, and as soon as I'm finished up here, if you're listening on radio, you will hear coverage of Washington Nationals baseball as they are in Miami taking on their divisional rivals, the Marlins. So we will have coverage of that game for you in just a moment after we're all done here. And going over now to Baltimore, where the Yankees and the Orioles are battling today. New York has a 4-0 lead over the O's at the top of the 4th inning. At the end of 4, the Blue Jays, they're on a bit of a cold streak right now. They've got a 2-0 lead over Seattle so far, and the Mariners are being no-hit through 4 innings. So that might be something to keep an eye on as that game progresses. The Astros and Red Sox are scoreless at the bottom of the 4th inning in Boston, and another scoreless game in Milwaukee as the Brewers and Braves have not yet scored a run. The Cubs have an 8-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Pirates in just the 2nd inning, so a rough start here for the Buccos there in Chicago. And at the top of the 1st, the Angels have a 1-0 lead over the Texas Rangers. And the bottom of the 1st, the only other game in action so far, the White Sox and Royals are scoreless. Johnny Cueto making his Major League return with the White Sox this evening. So those are all the games in action today. There are a couple other games that have yet to begin tonight at 8:40. The Giants and the Rockies will commence play from Coors Field in Denver. At 9:40, the Twins will battle the A's in Oakland. And at 10:10, the Dodgers will host their divisional rivals, the Arizona Diamondbacks. And another game today was on the schedule but has been postponed to tomorrow because of rain. That game was between the Cardinals and the Mets, postponed due to rain in New York. So that game will be played as part of a doubleheader tomorrow. And that's a roundup of all of your scores in Major League Baseball. So, once again, to wrap up our coverage tonight, the Jefferson Cougars get the win on the road over Hedgesville, 7-4, the final score in Game 1 of the best-of-3 series for the regional championship. Game 2 will be played tomorrow at Jefferson, and the winner of that game, if it is Jefferson, they will advance to the state championship. They will win the region, and if Hedgesville wins, they will even up the series at 1 game apiece, and the 2 teams will play again on Wednesday for a winner-take-all Game 3. My name is Avery Newport. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's coverage of EPAC softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. I will now switch you over, if you're listening on radio, to coverage of Washington Nationals baseball, as they are on the road taking on divisional rival the Miami Marlins. So I will have coverage for you on radio in just a moment if you're listening there. Otherwise, that will conclude our coverage for today. We will have coverage of Game 2 of the regional tournament tomorrow. Once again, my name is Avery Newport. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's broadcast. If you're listening on radio, you will now hear Washington Nationals baseball from Miami. You've been listening to West Virginia High School Softball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Modern Realty Results, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and the Skinner Law Firm.
For the continued coverage of high school, college, and professional sports, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online, talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.